watching this video, and a big welcome to you all. Happiness is something which we all crave for, isn't it? And we want it all the time, and we want to be happy. So, what is happiness actually? What does it mean? How do I feel happy? How can I decide how to be happy? Oh my God, I have so many questions. So let's find out from our happiness ambassadors. One is my mom, who is a heartfulness practitioner and trainer, and my friend, who is a mindfulness practitioner. So, will you guys please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Hey, hi. Thank you. So, very rightly put, what brings me closer to happiness is happiness. But by profession, I'm a physiotherapist, a developmental therapist, and I deal or my clients or my the ones whom I come across very frequently are babies, and I love babies. I love to see that smile on their face. So my daughter and her friends have now named me the baby whisperer. So I'm a developmental therapist, I'm a life coach, a heartfulness trainer, but yes, I love the baby whisperer.
Bhavini?
Cool. Hi, I am Bhavani. I follow mindfulness because by profession, I am a psychologist. I'm a certified arts-based therapist. I'm also a Reiki practitioner. And and I'm in general, love to spread happiness in
Thank
whatever
you.
ways I can. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I have a lot of questions for you, and because we have very less time, I want really quick answers. Okay, so it's basically like the nation wants to know, the Youngistan wants to know. Okay, so can we start?
Yeah.
Rapid fire, let's go.
Yeah, so first one goes to you, mom. What do you mean by happiness?
Happiness is difficult to define, very easy to feel. You feel happy, that's it. What makes you feel happy can be anything. What can generate that inner energies to flower and bring that smile onto your face. So, if you ask me very frankly, if I'm in the worst of my state, and if someone says, okay, this is a baby who needs your help, that gives me happiness. It gives me immense happiness to give and give and give. So for me, if you define happiness, it is more of giving. Like it's just a state where suppose a child is trying to fix up a puzzle and he has lost a piece of a puzzle somewhere and suddenly he finds it and he said, oh, wow. That moment of finding that puzzle and fixing it up is what happiness is. You can just sit anywhere. It's not essential that you need something for it. You can just sit and give someone happiness by your thoughts, by generating those happy thoughts. So more than getting and waiting for someone to give you a gift, it is more of opening that gift, opening your heart and spreading that loving thought or the love around you. That's happiness for me. प्यार बांटो, happiness मिल जाता है. Thank you.
Okay. So I guess it's a journey for each person. Like I can just assume that's what it meant. So why do you think happiness is so essential? Like it's a new trend on Insta which is happening. Some people are saying, "Why do I have to be happy all the time? Why can't I be sad? Why can't people accept me with my sad zone?" So why is it that people want to be happy every time? Bhavini.
Oh, well, because ye dil mange more, yaar, you can't really do much about that. It's a natural state of being. And happiness ultimately, is basically what gives you more meaning to what you're doing. It is more, it's more of an evaluation. It's more of an indicator of, you're doing well. So everyone wants to know that all is well. They're feeling happy. They're feeling good. Their goals are met. They are being loved. They have relatives. I mean, they have, relationships that are working. So ultimately it is more like about the all is well mantra. So that is what is very attractive to most of us, and this instant generation with everything on Instagram all the time and Facebook and everything, yeah, it plays more of a role there. So yeah, that's what it's all about. It's more about meaning to what you're doing. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So the all is well mantra does work. All right. So if I feel happy, so there are times I feel happy for someone, or I feel happy doing something for somebody, and I also feel happy shopping. So how do we differentiate between this, like the pleasure wala happiness and the long term wala happiness? Is it hardwired or something?
So one quick rapid fire back to you. Is your ice cream which you buy and you feel good going to last your lifetime?
No, but I would love it if it would.
Yeah. So reality is different than what you would, right? So that ice cream is something what we need to feel inside and keep it inside always. So the experience what you get out of something, if that can stay within, that is real time happiness. So it depends on from where you're seeking it. Okay, so you're seeing, you're hearing, you're feeling, you're smelling, all that's pleasure, the senses. But if you look at something which touches your heart, or which actually your heart can emanate, that becomes अंदर सील हो जाता है. तुमको सील करना है या थोड़ा सा चुटकी भर में चाहिए, that is what you have to decide. So the pleasure one, which is depending on the external senses, becomes a short term happiness. थोड़े दिन के लिए, थोड़े समय के लिए, you love a person, maybe someone, in get infatuated to that person, then roads part, हो गया, काम खत्म, you have to walk your way. So you have to decide what your goal is finally. The final goal has to be always kept in sight. That gives you the happiness. So it is a long, long, long term, possibly an eternal goal which you need to look at into yourself. So that's the permanent happiness and the pleasure one happiness. I hope that solves your question.
Yeah, that was a little complicated for me. Too much of chemical locha apparently. But theek hai, maybe I'll understand as we go ahead. So after this is like this gets me to my next question is or my doubt is like is there something called as internal happiness and external happiness then, or like what is it like?
Well, it is andar ki baat. Okay, it is the andar ki baat kind of, we had that ad little where we had this caption being used. So it's basically a combination of both. It's to a very large extent internal, but then there are external factors also which kind of control all of these things. Like for example, we have this, if it's a war or the current situation of pandemic, you cannot expect yourself to feel happy and say, "Ha, okay, yeah, I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling good, blah blah blah." But at the same time, you can definitely make a choice about what to do about those feelings and what can you do to work your way through and how you feel and stuff. So that's what it is about. It is thoda external, but a lot more internal. That's I hope that at least gives you a little idea
Yeah,
of what it is.
yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
Okay, so कुछ तो रेसिपी होगा happiness के लिए. Anything what we can do to invite happiness? Like you said, it's a natural feeling, but how it's difficult for a lot of us to feel that naturally. So how do we go about it?
How do you go about it? I think you want to take it or you want me to take it?
Yeah, I think this is you can take it. Yeah.
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 So, what would you do when someone gives you a box of chocolates?
Eat it.
Aha, just like that with the wrapper around. If I get
No,
your
of course you open the wrapper and you take the chocolate out and
exactly.
yeah.
So the first step is to open your heart to receive the happiness. So unless you open yourself to receive something, you won't feel it. That's the first step. Now the second question to you. Suppose you go to Africa and you're on a safari. Will the deers come running, the tiger comes running and say, "Hi, Appu, are you there?" No. What do you have to do?
I have to wait for the animals, but I like after you're saying I want to go traveling also now.
See the instant generation.
So you have to
Yeah,
wait.
I'll wait for the animals. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to wait. You have to wait till that moment comes, which gives you happiness, which you feel one. So, feeling one with the moment, that is what is self aligning and meaningful. So, learning to wait, opening your heart, and definitely giving what you get in that moment is the a chota sa recipe for your happiness. Small one.
Okay.
बाकी देखेंगे थोड़ा सा आगे.
Okay. Waiting. That sounds really beautiful what you said. But is like what's the roadmap of getting there or to achieve that?
So in this rasta is basically the rasta that connects you to your own self. Okay, it's because it involves so many things: your experiences, your thoughts, your emotions. You know, it's all of it. But there is a very simple roadmap also, which is basically self awareness, self reflection, and self acceptance. Okay, so very obviously, like we going back to the previous example, if you're not ready, if you don't know only whether you want to open or you want to close, how are you going to open? You know,
Right.
that's the whole basic thing. So that's where your self awareness starts. That's the first step. So self awareness, self reflection, and then self acceptance. So that's your quick roadmap in the shortest possible way.
Okay. That's intense. So I think we have too much to read on internet. That's what I think I'm going to do and figure it out. So I guess
uh, what if you had something that would probably, you know, that would be more experiential and probably have somebody who will take you through the processes? What if you had something like that?
what do you mean by experiential? Like how can happiness be like how can someone teach me how to be happy?
Uh, well, we're coming up with some workshops, okay, called Happy Space, okay, where it's a series of 3 to 4 sessions that we are designing, where what we intend to do is help you go through all the whole thing rather than, you know, really talking and doing. So it's like Sidi Baat, no bakwas. You have absolute no talking, and we just help you help yourself through the whole series. Yeah, that's
Wow,
what.
that sounds interesting. So when is it happening and how can one register?
From the coming week, we are starting on 10th of July, and we have the link which will be available on Facebook. The name of the program is Welcome to Our Happy Space. We are going to create a space. See, the space is very important. All of us love our workspaces, right? So this is going to be your happy space. A space where you can come back, where you can go back and feel your happiness, get that energy, get rejuvenated, feel refreshed, and say, yes, I'm back again. So that's the happy space we are talking about. You're welcome to join us in our happy space. Me, Bhavini, both of us are going to be there. And do register and feel free to be with us. And let's make the world a happy place.
That sounds really interesting. I think I'm going to register myself for this. And I know a couple of people who are waiting for this as well.
Oh, wow.
You.
So thank you so much. And it does tempt me. And I hope it tempts everybody who's watching this video to, come and register for this. Because, our generation, we waste a lot of money on things which give us temporary happiness, like what we spoke about, and I think we need to put our time and energy into something which is more long term. Yeah.
Right. So your baby coming soon. Get ready. We're on
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye guys.